Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Firelands or Bust. We had a spider there, had to remind Wolfie. Oh, that's right. See, I did forget. A spider had to remind Wolfie to bark to start the episode. Took a while, but yeah, I totally forgot that we had ended the episode in this little dangerous canyon. That was actually probably a poor idea. If there was a creeper, it could have very easily trapped us. Trapped us for days. Let's do that. Fill in the hidey hole. Grab Wolfie. Did we do that? Yeah, we did. Clear out our inventory and, and continue west to the Farlands in episode 410 of Farlands or Bust. Episode 410. So that means, you know what happens Monday next week? Episode 411. Which is significant because we actually started the journey to the Farlands on episode 11, so it will be officially 400 episodes since beginning our trek in a westward direction. A little bit of a, obviously episode 400 was rather important, but episode 411, similarly important. Don't have anything specific planned. Then again, I didn't have anything specific planned for episode 311, and the Minecraft world bestowed upon us the golden apple of episode 311-ness, or something, I think is what I called it. Is it? I don't remember. So who knows? Who knows what will happen Monday, but today is Friday, September 26th, 2014, and we are continuing to raise money for Child's Play charity at farlandsorbust.com. We're up to $12,650 raised. Season 5 of Farlands or Bust. Season 5, of course, began at the end of March of this year, so getting some pretty good money there raised for kids in hospitals around the world, getting toys, books, and games to them to help them remain kids, as is the goal, the purpose of Child's Play charity. It helps them distract them for whatever potentially terrible reason they are in a hospital or whatever situation they're in, and it's a good cause we've been supporting since, well, not since episode 11, since episode 30. Oh gosh, I don't know what episode it was, but it was since June 2011 is when we started the actual fundraiser for Child's Play charity, and we have raised well over $275,000. That's insanity. That's crazy. Of course, 100,000 of that coming from Mindcrack Marathon 2013, but still, it was all for the same cause and all based on the same principles of exploration and discovery and pushing the boundaries and tamed wolves wearing 3D glasses and whatnot. So very, very cool stuff indeed. Let's grab a tree, shall we? Huh. Let's go from the top down. Oh, careful, Wolfie. Hi. Very nice. Replace the tree, even though this chunk will unload before that gets a chance to grow, probably. Indeed. So yeah, I just want to remind everybody that farlandsorbust.com is where you can do that. Also, that's where there is an FAQs, frequently asked questions, for everybody who asks, how long have I been doing this? How much have you raised? Why are you doing this? What are the Farlands? I probably should insert a thing about why the world jitters. We talked about that a few episodes ago. But yeah, all that information can be had at farlandsorbust.com. farlandsorbust.com. Boop, 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 boop. Do we have? Yeah, we're good. We're good with the pig meats for Wolfie. Indeed. So, what's new? Sorry if I seem a little bit distracted. It's because I am. Not anything I can discuss at the moment, but some stuff goings-ons in the real world. The real world. San Francisco. What? No, that's terrible. Oh man, is that show still going on? That's the worst. But I do have some follow-up to the space news we had in the last episode. That Soyuz launch happened. It indeed launched with the one astronaut and 2 cosmonauts, and they got to the International Space Station. There was just the slight problem that one of their solar panels did not deploy. The Soyuz has 2 solar arrays, I suppose you could say. They look like wings when they're extended, so only one deployed, and it was alright. You know, redundancy, that's what that's for. And it eventually deployed only after they docked to the station. It's one of those automated things. I suppose it just got... A gear got grinded, or some sort of something need a little bit of an additional bump in order to spring to life. So everything's fine there, and they are now on board, and the hatches were opened, and they're getting to work. They are getting to work on the International Space Station. Also, obviously, unloading that Dragon capsule. The SpaceX Dragon capsule was docked before that. They got the mice on board and the 3D print. Well, I don't know if they've unpacked the 3D printer yet, but like I said, the Dragon capsule is going to be birthed, connected to the International Space Station until mid-October, when it will be released and then recovered after re-entry. Very cool stuff, very cool beans indeed. We also got a specific date for the lander on Comet 67P. The Rosetta spacecraft has a lander named Philly cheesesteak, and that's going to be landing on November 12th. They have selected the date at that landing site J, and it's going to be something to watch also on, I'm assuming, NASA TV or ESA, perhaps the European Space Agency, because that's their spacecraft, is it not? And I always get these confused. I could be wrong. All of this information I'm giving you today could be completely wrong. So look it up on the Googles. Find you know, this is the test. I'm testing you on your information verification abilities, your research abilities. But anyway, there's going to be obviously eyes on that. It's going to be the first attempt at a soft landing on a comet. We had Deep Impact, which shot something very fast into a comet, or an asteroid. Oh gosh, I'm terrible. I think it was a comet. And, to get the dust from that, the information from that. But this is a soft landing. Ooh, that would not be a soft landing going down there. And it's got the little drills in the legs to grapple, and a harpoon to grapple onto the cometary nucleus. So that's going to be watched, and there's going to be a 28-minute and 20-second radio delay. So it's going to be a very similar situation to the landers on Mars, where, yes, we're watching live, but we're actually, the things have already happened, and we're just waiting for the radio confirmation. So it's going to be quite stressful, I'm sure, for those people involved in the mission. Hey, guy. How you doing? Oh, God. Oh, God. That was really close. That sheep pushed me towards him. How dare you, sheep? Oh, that guy's probably going to stop burning if the sun sets. Nah. Wolfie, don't light yourself ablaze. I know that doesn't happen, but, woof! This guy wants to come with. You're not going to make it, my friend. Nope, you didn't make it. He did not make it. He left a feather. So yeah, very interesting space news. Space news happening, and yeah, the sun is kind of setting here, so let's do that, and then we will do stuff. We'll sleep, and then we'll answer questions, I suppose, is the thing I generally do here on Fan Fridays. Oh, I forgot to mention, before the sun sets, I was planning on doing a live stream yesterday, Thursday, as I have historically been doing for the weekly live stream, but it didn't work out. Slightly related to the distractions that I'm having today. So I have rescheduled. I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow, Saturday. Saturday live streams are pretty popular. I'll probably start like around noonish Central Time, which is like 1 p.m. Always expect my live streams to start a little bit later than I always say, so let's shoot for 2 p.m. Eastern Time, maybe. Go for a couple hours. Maybe we'll make it a little bit longer because it's a Saturday. So this is one of the rare occasions I should be available on a weekend to do a live stream sort of situation. So yeah, I just want to mention that here. So everybody knows I'll upload another video and post things to Twitter. Always follow me on Twitter for up-to-date information. Let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And a spider spawning on the horizon-ness. Whoa, careful, that would have been a long drop. Indeed. Are you friendly now, guy? You're a happy snow spider. Hey, happy snow spider. So yeah, let's look at some questions here. Oh, got a question from Games Plus James, formerly Irish Lantern. Is there any video series that you would like to go back and play more of? I do sometimes wish that we've maybe not finished, but continued playing Borderlands 2. Not really my type of game, but it was a good group of people we were playing with Generic B, B00, and Corrales is who we were playing with? No, Justra. God, I'm an idiot. What did we play with Corrales? I don't remember what we played with Corrales. We were doing something with Corrales at some point. Did we? No. What? Wait. Huh? See, it's been so long, I don't even remember. No, it was Justra who we were playing Borderlands 2 with, right? Oh god, I'm a terrible human being. No, Corrales we played the Hunter. That's another game. The Hunter is who we played Corrales with, and B00. That's why I got it confused. I'm like, I know, whoa, drop the mouse. I knew B00 and Corrales were part of a co-op thing I did at one point. But yeah, it was Justra, Generic B, B00, and myself were playing Borderlands 2. We stopped playing that, and like the excuse we used is that not enough people were watching it. That was a little bit of it, but it was mostly because I don't know that we were enjoying it, and it did get quite repetitive after a while. But I think that group, and even that, we were having fun with the gameplay. But yeah, views were down, but I don't know that was 100% of the reason we stopped that. I'm not saying this because you should expect a resurgence in the pre-sequel, the sequel prequel, or whatever the next Borderlands game is that's coming out. It just isn't. It's one of those games, those kind of, I don't know how you want to call it, an RPG or a. It's almost not quite like Destiny is, or the Halo games, but it's one of those games where, okay, yeah, you level up and you experience tree and stuff, but it doesn't feel. I don't know. Oh, look at this place. Here's my gripe about games like that, is when you level up, like say you have a weapon or a gun or a skill or something. Okay, I have this gun, and as I level up, it gets more powerful. Yay, I can add more attachments or whatever, so it gets more powerful, so I'm more powerful. But at the same time, all of your enemies are scaling at the same rate, so it kind of nullifies everything, right? I mean, that just... okay, it ends up taking the same amount of shots or the same amount of skill to kill XYZ or whatever mission you're on. So it's kind of, well, then why are we leveling up if we're not seeing any advantages of that? It's just more, more bigger numbers. It's all numerical. It's just mathematics. It's not actually, we're not seeing any real world application of that. And also not having played the first Borderlands series, not really invested. Oh, hold on, that real life stuff is happening. Hold on, be right back. Woof, all right, we're back. I'm gonna be, all the speculation what the heck real life stuff is going on with Kurt? That he has to take a phone call in the middle of Farlands Bust. He let a phone call go to voicemail before. What's so important? Ah, secrets. All right, so we're back. I was talking about Borderlands, and I think it was more about the group dynamic of that group, and the action of the game was kind of more of something that I suppose I miss as far as the series is concerned. And then I also mentioned The Hunter. If you haven't watched, even now, over a year later, if you haven't watched the video I put up of The Hunter, then I would highly recommend it. It is still in the tops of one of my favorite videos I have ever made. And it was a tough video to make, and that's one of the reasons why we didn't continue playing it, is because we played for like 3 hours and ended up jump cutting everything down to that 30-minute or so video, just because The Hunter is a hunting simulator-based game, and there's just a lot of dead time and downtime. But again, that was partly the group. It's myself, BOO, Corrales, and Pungence. And it was partly the kind of weirdness and the derpiness of the game, and the derpiness of ourselves, and not being knowledgeable of hunting or the game, that really made that. And I kind of, I wish we kept playing that, but it is one of those maybe that it was best served as a one-off, just kind of a really funny, edited together video like that. It's certainly not one of my most popular videos, but it is one of my personal favorites. One of my personal favorites up there. A series way early on, I was playing Tomb Raider Anniversary, which was the remake of the first Tomb Raider game. I can't remember that. That was even before I was a YouTube partner, so there's not even any ads running on that. It's been so long that if I were to try playing that game, I would probably start from the beginning. Also, I'm trying to work together a way to actually play the actual first Tomb Raider game on the PlayStation, now that I can hopefully record that as part of my console gaming. Another series. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wish I could have made a series out of the old Papyrus NASCAR racing games. I tried to, and it just didn't work, because I love the game. One of, I've spent many hours playing that video game. Even back at home, my dad got a racing wheel as well, and we would connect our computers together and actually race together. And back when I lived at home, hey guy, and the guy's got places to be, and so it's a pretty significant game as far as my gaming history is concerned, but it's just too difficult to make a Let's Play in the style that I make Let's Plays. I mean, I know there are people who were very good at the game, who put up highlight reels or just non-commentary videos of the NASCAR Racing 2004 season or whatever it was, and yeah, it just didn't work out. Did not work out for old KurtJMac. Watch your step. So there's that. So yeah, there's a few, but I definitely feel a lot better about future games that I'm doing, and the ones I'm currently playing, then I look back and look wistfully at, oh, I wish I could keep playing this game. I mean, usually if that is the case, then I will go back and resurrect and start playing a game again. It's not like I'm contractually obligated to not play this game versus this game or anything like that. So that is one of the pros of being self-reliant and dependent and employed in life, and this industry, I suppose I could call it. It's not really, I don't know if you can call the YouTube commentary gameplays an industry. I don't know, maybe you can, but indeed. So yeah, that was Games Plus James, and that's actually on his channel. If you haven't, I'm gonna plug him again. But Games Plus James, he actually is one of those I mentioned. He kind of reminds me a lot of the early days, if I can be all hipstery and nostalgic about it, the early days of doing YouTube commentary, where he is just finding a bunch of either games from his classic collection, and he's like, oh, let's do a video in this really quick. Like he did a video in Ooh, that totally went down, and I missed half of it by glancing away. You know, he was playing like the old Siphon Filter game. God, I remember Siphon Filter. Just like, really just to kind of, to derp around, really, and make those one-off videos. And, you know, that really, his channel really reminded me of that, and I got very wistful in my eye. No, but yeah, that, you know, if you want to look at that kind of channel, I would recommend Games Plus James. So, you know, Games Plus James. So yeah, thank you for that question, Games Plus James. You'll always be Irish Lantern to me. Indeed. So let's see here. Question from Anthony over on Patreon. Are you a fan? Oh, Wolfie. Okay. Are you a fan of root beer? If so, what brand is your favorite? I am, but more so was. I have not had root beer in a while, but that's kind of due to my not drinking the soda pops, the fizzy sugar drinks. In a while. God, it's been well over 3 years since I've had any sort of like Coke or that type of mainstream soda. I've probably had a sip of some sort of root beer or something before. Let's go to sleep and we'll talk about the fizzy drinks in the morning. And fizzy drinkness. But yeah, root beer was one of my favorites. Growing up, I always made root beer floats. For whatever reason, just living at home, you know, you get your root beer, you put your vanilla ice cream. That was a very frequent, unhealthy treat for old KurtJMac growing up. And yeah, I liked. Oh, sheep murder! Wow, that's some pack hunting action. Thanks, guys. I will pick up the residue. I will not let it go to waste. That guy over there. You better scram! You better scram, my friend! You're in danger. You are in danger. I said you're in danger. The wolves, they approacheth. Let's give, oh god, this guy's going out to sea. I was gonna say, let's give Wolfie a chance to join the pack. Woof! To the bottom of the sea. Let's try to grab that. Hold your breath. Yoink, got it. Go back up. Yep, alright. Cool stuff. Hi. How are you? Woof. I don't know if that was you or Wolfie who said that, but a general woof in response to whatever. Just block that off for posterity's sake. So yeah, I did like the root beer. I did like, I don't know if I had a specific brand that I liked or not, to be honest with you. I liked, I don't know if you're familiar with the restaurant chain, Rock Bottom. They are one of these chain local brewery, air quotes, restaurants that brew their own beer. And part of that is one of their things they make in-house is their own root beer. I think they still do that, but it was a very rich, creamy root beer. And, I always, if I were to go there, I don't go there at all anymore. They don't really have a gluten-free menu, and obviously a brewery beer is not something I can partake in anymore. So for both the gluten and more recent non-drinking status of my diet, so I haven't been to a Rock Bottom in a while. But yeah, in the United States at least, Rock Bottom is one of those chain brewery restaurants, and they have their own brand of root beer that they brew. It was quite good indeed. I was on a kick of cream soda for a while as well. A&W cream soda. That wore thin simply because cream soda is incredibly thick and syrupy, and you can get sick of it quite easily, quite quickly. Wolfie, there he is. Careful of that ledge. So yeah, but not, yeah, I haven't had a root beer in gosh knows how long. Gosh knows how long. Ask Gosh. Osh gosh, bagosh. Brian, seemingly unrelated to Dr. Brian Lorgon 11, but Brian asks, is it possible for a Minecraft update to kill the far lands for good? Such as removing the ability to play older versions? If so, is there a way to back up an offline copy of Beta 173 for use in the series? Actually, yes. And for the longest time, even after they introduced the ability to load different versions of the game from the new launcher, I was using the old launcher. The old, I never updated, I kept a separate installation of the old launcher to play Far Lands or Bust until recently, due to the security reasons, and updating the security logins to need the Mojang as opposed to the Minecraft login, I had to update to using the new launcher. I was actually kind of scared that updating to the new launcher would cause some sort of irreversible change to the world or the seed or the gameplay, but I was reassured by the Din of Bone that that was not the case. So yeah, we've been playing in that for the longest time now as well. But I still kept a version of the old launcher and the old 1.7.3 beta to play on that I would be able to load up if need be. I would just have to play, like you said, in offline mode, and the only negative effect of that would be that I wouldn't have my Minecraft skin. I could load it in as part of the texture pack and replace it, but yeah, that's I could play in offline mode safely in that old launcher version. So that I have that backed up. It's in multiple places. It's here on my computer in probably multiple locations, and it's on my local network backup, and it's also backed up to the cloud to offsite storage backup. So I have spared no expense in ensuring my continued preservation of this very important Minecraft world and our journey to the far lands for generations to come. That's how long it's going to take. But yes, I do appreciate that question and your concern for that situation. Got a question from a Child's Play charity donor here. Fain? F-A-E-N? Too many vowels. When the diamond sword expires, you should make a golden sword. Gold is easy to mine, and it would be a nice item to have in view while walking. It would be unique to Far Lands or Bust, just like the first sword, the diamond sword of spawn pointiness. Making a second era of sword carryingness. The diamonds that you have, that I found in episode 300, should become boots for walking the long road ahead of us. I will take your suggestion into very significant consideration. I've actually mentioned that before, and this was the person who I mentioned somebody mentioned I should make the diamonds in the boots. That was kind of the only, I was like, what should I make? I have 4 diamonds. If I make a sword, I'm going to have 2 leftover diamonds. I was trying to, if I make a pickaxe, it would be a waste, because then I'll only have enough for a shovel. I didn't think about boots, and boots do actually make sense. Where are our boots? Yeah, our boots are kind of, all of our armor is kind of in a troubled situation right now, but yeah, boots would make sense for such a long walking journey. To have the strongest, most valuable boots that you can get in the game would make sense. I know a lot of people have been bothering me to make a new diamond sword of spawn pointiness, or to perhaps encapsulate this one in some sort of shrine on the world for later discovery. But yeah, that does make a lot of sense. So I will take that into consideration, and who knows, perhaps I'm asking this question now because episode 411 is coming up next week. So that was annoying. They actually had a question here. Fain asks, do you ever get any risque or inappropriate questions? Just that one. That was the most inappropriate question. No, I don't. Well, of course, now that this is being said, I've opened the floodgates. No, hopefully not. No, it seems that the toll, I suppose you can call it, of needing people to donate to Child's Play charity in order to ask a question to be answered here on Farlands or Bust is, is kind of, they want to, it seems like, careful Wolfie, people want to use their donation, their chance, their limited amount of characters wisely, so I haven't gotten anything like that. And also, if there have been questions where it's either, oh, I've answered this recently, or I don't really want to address that topic or whatever in Farlands or Bust, that I simply have chosen not to answer, and that's always been an option. I get questions all the time elsewhere on social medias, or things are brought up on the Mindcrack Reddit or whatever that I just don't address, and that's fine. So I think we all understand that Farlands or Bust is on my channel probably the more child-friendly and family-friendly, and kind of, like I say, I do talk about, but I try to keep things, I do talk about some more serious topics. Ooh, that was a weird, I said topics weird. What kind of an accent was that? I do, I do, once in a while do that, but I also try to keep things a little bit lighthearted, and, we're doing this for a good cause. It is a very strange and silly journey that we're on, and it has, I have in the past gotten messages from people who say they watch with their younger daughter or son, and or they are themselves young, or we're helping out a children's charity. So I will if I do receive any of those questions, I simply ignore them and I don't address them in here, Farlands or Busts. Whoa, okay, this whole place might not be the greatest. But let's, we're gonna dig in here. For the final hidey hole, you need some food, because you took that little damage. Hey, guy. Ooh, that was kind of a creepy way to look at me. You're like, yes? Alright, let's dig in here for the final hidey hole of Friday, September 26th, 2014, episode 410. This is where we're going to begin episode 411. Oh, I should actually dig down one more level, I guess. Oh, this is a extended hidey hole. Spared no expense. Fancy pants. I need the extra square footage. Increase the market value of this abode. Woof! Wolfie agrees. Alright, there we go. Let's do that. Let's make the beds. And, remind everybody to go to farlandsbust.com to donate to Child's Play charity. And also that I am planning on streaming tomorrow. Okay, I guess the bed goes in the middle of the room. That's fine. That I will be live streaming for the weekly live stream. Tomorrow, Saturday, the 25th, that would make that, right? No, we're going back in time. The 27th, about noonish Central U.S. time. We'll aim for about that. Doing Mindcrack server again. I do like that the Mindcrack server has become our live stream content situation. It's nice, and it gets me on the Mindcrack server. I've probably been on the Mindcrack server more now than I was at all during the last season. Almost, maybe not really. I'm kind of a joke, but yeah, looking forward to that, and looking forward to next week for episode 411. Thank you, everybody, for continuing to support and subscribe, making sure not to miss future episodes here of Farlands or Bust and my other series. Hopefully, eventually, we'll come up with more fun stuff, like I mentioned, the Hunter, or crazy other collabs that end up. From 3 years from now, we'll look back wistfully on and say, oh, I wish I continued that series. But until that time, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. Everybody have a good weekend. I will see you next time. So that was annoying.